We're going to have a look at another example involving variables. So we're going to create a very small program that is going to use some variables that we're going to create, and those variables are going to be used to fill up these spaces. So we have to create the variables needed for the story, and then we'll have to print the variables in the right places. Okay, so let's create a comment that describes the program. We're gonna use this. The description goes here. If you remember, a comment allows us to leave some sort of notes inside the program, and these comments are not going to influence the running of our program. However, these are really helpful in the future whenever we go back to the source code of our program. These are going to act like explanation notes for making it easier to understand why did we write the code the way we wrote it, and it's going to help us understand the logic behind our code. Okay, so today is the 18th of the 5th, 2020, and I'm going to put here my name, Alexandra, and let's create a comment that describes the program. So we created this. Let's have a look at the variable named story. So inside here we have a variable named story, and we have to create all these other variables that are missing. So for example, here we have a variable called name1, but we don't have it declared anywhere inside our program. So therefore it's up to us to declare these variables with the correct data type, and in regards to the value, we have to make it up ourselves. So essentially we can use whatever names we want, whatever values we want for the variables. So let's create a comment. We created the comment. Of course, our program is still not completed, so that's why we are getting this at the moment, this red screen. Let's have a look at the variable name story. It's set equal to a string that will contain our story. All of these variables will need to be declared and initialized before the code will compile without errors. The story that we have provided is going to need a protagonist. That will be us. Create a string called name1 that stores the name of the main character. So we're gonna create this one, because if we have a look here at line 12, we take it one by one. We have a string called story, so a variable called story of type string, and it has this value. And in this example, we're going to actually see a really interesting thing called concatenation. So this is putting together two strings, okay? So I'm going to create a variable of type string called name1, and I'm going to give it the value Alexandra, or let's put it Alex to be short, yeah? So we have done this, we have done this step. You will need to provide 3 adjectives. So these should be some sort of description of our, for example, here, feeling. How can we use an adjective to describe our feeling? To feeling great, for example. So we're going to call another variable called string. No, well, of type string called adjective1. How did we woke up feeling? We woke up feeling great. Okay, and then we have to call to declare another variable of type string called adjective2, and let's see where we're going to use this. Is going to be a, let's say, brilliant day. So we are somewhere here in our program. Outside, a bunch of so we need to create adjective 3 as well. String adjective 3. Let's see where adjective 3 is used. This is used here. They began to the rhythm, which made us very happy. Okay. So you could put really anything as long as it's gonna go and it's gonna make sense. Yeah. Once we run the whole program. So we have completed step 4. Now in step 5, you also need to provide one verb. Oh no. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so we need to provide a verb. It's gonna be of type string. Verb 1. Okay, and this should describe some sort of action, walking, or they started singing, let's say, singing. Okay. Outside, a bunch of were protesting to keep the stores. They began to drumming in the rhythm of. Okay, so we did this one called verb 1. The story also need 6 nouns, so we need a string noun 1. Let's in order to speed up a little bit, I'm gonna do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so noun 1. This is gonna be noun 2, noun 3, noun 4, noun 5, noun 6. Okay. And let's see, our story needs another character. So we've done this. We have to find some values for these. Okay. Our story needs another character. Declare a string variable called name2. So we're gonna declare another string, name2. We're gonna call this Ben. Okay. Okay, we've done this. Our story requires one number. Declare an integer. So we declare an integer called number, and we call it, we're going to give it the value of 9. So we've done this step as well. There's one more variable. Declare a string called place1. So a string called place1, we give it the value of place. Let's say London, because this is where I am currently. All right, it seems like we have all the values we need. Save the file and run it. Okay, so let's give these nouns. Noun should be very who flew, dropped in a puddle. Okay, so let's put here. This morning, name 1, Alex woke up feeling adjective 1, feeling great. Okay, we are here. It's going to be a brilliant day. We're here. Okay, outside, a bunch of noun 1, a bunch of people were protesting to keep noun 2, to keep ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream, noun 2. So to keep ice cream in stores. They began verb 1. Verb 1 is singing. They began singing very adjective 3, very loud. Let's put here loud. Okay, makes more sense to be loud. Singing very loud. Concerned Ben. So no, name 1. The concerned Alex texted Ben, who flew name 1, who flew Alex to London and dropped Alex in a puddle of frozen so frozen what? Frozen ice. Noun 5, frozen ice. Frozen ice. Alex woke up in the year number, where do we have? In the year number 2029, In a world where noun 6, where children, noun 6, let's make noun 6 children, rule the world. So we still have noun 3. Let's to the rhythm of the drums. Okay, and then we have noun 4. Let's identify noun 4. Which made all the let's call noun 4 people. Okay. All right, let's try and give this a go. I think not everything is gonna make perfect sense, but it proves the point, okay? It just, we're using the strings, and this way we're gonna create some sort of a narrative, a story, and we are learning also about concatenation. So concatenation is adding two strings together, okay? All right, so let's see. We're gonna run this. Oh, we have a bit of an error, and I'm so glad that we have this, simply because it shows how we can debug these things, okay? We have on line 10, brilliant, so we forgot to add the semicolon at the end. This is a really good example to see what errors we might encounter during our coding sessions. Okay, and we're gonna see if this compiles. It compiled, we don't have any errors now. Time to read the story. We have to use the system.out.println, and we're gonna use this here. We're gonna use this here to print the story. I'm gonna end it with a semicolon, and drum roll please. We still have a problem here. Well, yeah, because I added a space in between. We still have a problem here. So time to read the story. Use the system.out.print to print the variable. Well, of course, because again, I'm doing this live coding. I haven't prepared beforehand. But what it shows that we're going to encounter lots and lots of errors during our programming. And actually, if you recall from the previous lessons, the Java programming language runs from top to left, from left to right, from the top down, okay? So of course I cannot print out, so once we reach the line 23, I cannot print out this variable called story, which is declared here as a string, because I haven't declared it yet. So I only need to put this line only after this, okay? Because had I left it here above the declaration of our story variable, Java is gonna look for the story, and story at this line, it was not yet created, okay? So I'm gonna save this and run, and hopefully, there you go, we have this text. So let's see if it's gonna make any sense. This morning, Alex woke up feeling great. It's going to be a brilliant day. Outside, a bunch of people, so this probably should be changed to people instead of peoples. Outside, a bunch of people were protesting to keep ice cream in the stores. They began to singing to the rhythm of the drums, which made all the people very, very loud. Concerned, Alex texted Ben, who flew Alex to London and dropped Alex in a puddle of frozen ice. Alex woke up in the year 2029 in a world where children rule the world. This is a bit of a silly story. Obviously, not everything makes sense, but just for the fun of it. Now put some white space in your code so that the story variable is hidden, and show your friends the code. Have someone else fill in the variables you have declared with the nouns, adjectives, verbs, and the names that they like. Then run the code to see a new story told. So we can do this, of course, change all these values to make it more, I don't know, fun and more diverse, I guess. And that's that. So this is our little example using variables and just for fun. This program was called Mad Libs. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you in the next video.